What's up guys, it's LuckyBoy here, and today I'm here to present to you a post Twilight Masquerade Lugia deck list that I've been making up, or been making here the last couple days now. And what I'll talk about my initial thoughts on the list and why I make the changes as I did with Twilight Masquerade coming into effect here in a couple weeks now. So that's gonna be really exciting to see. We're gonna have an PTGL here in a couple days, so that's gonna be amazing. I was gonna post this video here like last week, and unfortunately I got sick after I got home for Stockholm Regional, so that's really unfortunate. So yeah, that's how it is sometimes. But anyway, shoutouts to Limitless and Robin for the deck builder site here. It's really amazing to have. I've used a ton of time on this site lately, so really amazing site to have. Link in the description for you guys to check out if you haven't already, and also shout out to Robin. His Twitter is in the link description as well. So anyway, let's get into the list here that I made. So I made two versions of Lugia post Twilight Masquerade. It is with Cincino and without Cincino. But we go with the traditional that we have right now, which is the Cincino line. So we run 4 Lugia Bs. I think basically just being as consistent as possible is just like the main game plan here. And I've been liking 4 Lugia Vs here lately, so I think I went up to 3 here to 4 lately. 3 Lugia V star. Obviously you want to see this as fast as you possibly can. Turn 2 obviously. While getting 2 archetypes in the discard pile in the meantime, so that's should be self-explanatory. We're obviously running 4 archetypes. If you're not running 4, I don't know what you're doing. And I have a split of the Mencinos this time around, which you don't usually see often nowadays, but in the next format I think you have to do it. So 6 HP Mencino is really amazing with the Call for Family attack, obviously, to get out. When you go second you can get out 2 basic Pokemon, which is really amazing to have. Unfortunately 6 HP is not as good again as it was now, because now with Dragapult EX being a thing now in the next format, this one getting stuck pretty easily. Yeah, you can put Mist Energy to prevent the damage, obviously, but we're running a high count, a decent amount of Temple Sentinels now in their list, so you are kind of fragile there at that point. I'm still running 2 of them and 1 of the 7 HP, because I think 1 7 HP is like enough, because that forces your opponent to actually gust it up as fast, as aggressively as possible. And if they don't run the pitch-out version, they cannot find the gust effect as aggressive as they usually do. So I really like just running 1. I could see myself running 2 of this, but I like running at least 1 or 2 Mencino, the Call for Family attack, as obviously, because it's probably the strongest attack of them all. This one is like okay sometimes. 3 Mencino, obviously, like you want to see this as fast as possible, and obviously consistent as possible, so not so surprising. We're running the new Blood Moon Ursaluna, yeah, and it's not censored with the blood in his name, as I did not expect this to be the name in the TCG, but for some reason it is, and I'm kind of surprised with it. So this is probably, in my opinion, the best card coming out of Twilight Masquerade, literally the best card in general, because you can use it every single deck that you desire. So it has 260 HP. It's a basic colorless, which is like already pretty insane in Lugia. Its Elder Technique ability says that this Pokemon's Blood Moon attack costs 1 colorless less for each prize card your opponent has taken. So basically Ray and Charizard excuse me. So it's basically Ray and Charizard, as obviously it describes on this ability. So for every prize your opponent's taking, it costs 1 colorless less. The difference here is it costs only colorless energies to use this Blood Moon attack for 240 damage, which is absurd to me. It can't attack on the next turn unless you retreat, obviously, but still, 240 damage on a Pokemon that is 260 HP is a lot. And only for colorless energies, which this deck runs obviously only colorless energy, so that's also the reason why I feel like it's the best card in the set, because every deck can utilize this for literally anything, which is insane to me. We are running the Iron Hands EX now because we have now the Legacy Energy, which counts every type of energy. It's not like Luminous Energy, where if you have another special energy, it counts only, it provides only colorless. This one is like one energy at any time in the game, which is absurd to me. So yeah, we can utilize Iron Hands EX now, which is just ridiculous to me. So now people have to respect Iron Hands in Lugia now, which is just insane. And I'm gonna touch on more on Luminous later on. We also have the new Wellspring Mask Ogapon. I think that's gonna be the name. I'm not 100% sure, but it's gonna be translated into. So it's an EX, a new EX that has the Terrestrialize or Terror type, whatever it's called. That says it's basically a bench bearer, which is kind of weird, obviously. First attack sub, 200 damage. Your opponent's during your opponent's next turn, the Pokemon can retreat. So it's basically like the mobile trap stuff. So you have like that alternative win condition as well, which is actually kind of nice with this. But the main reason why I'm playing this, and I think it's gonna be a staple in Lugia moving on, because this is one of the reasons why Lugia back in the days when it was like the most broken deck in the format, like when it has all the Aurora energies and powerful energies and all the Mission Grass and stuff. This is the reason why Lugia was so powerful, because this one has the attack Torrential Pump for 1 water, 2 colorless, 100 damage to the active. You may shuffle 3 energy attached to this Pokemon into the deck. So, because it doesn't say energy card, it means you can reshuffle just a double trouble and something else into the deck. By the way, just to keep in mind of that. If you do, this attack does 120 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So basically, if you play back in the day, it's basically amazing with a Raikou, and it's just kind of in a way better, but also worse. It depends on how you look at it. It's worse because it's a 2-price Pokemon you're putting in active, which is not ideal, obviously. The strong thing about it is it shuffles the energies back so you can reuse them again with Archeops, which is just absurd to me. So now people have to play Manaphy down, and if they don't play Manaphy down, then you just take 2 prizes with this card so easily. So no matter what your opponent has to the active, you can actually take 2 prizes no matter what the case is. So that's why I'm saying this card should be a staple in my opinion. Obviously people has different opinion about it, but that's how I feel about the Water Ogapon. Like this attack is so nuts. I don't know why you should not play this. This card is just insane to me. We obviously have 1 Luminion just in case, because of consistency for the supporters and all that. But the difference is now you can attack with Luminion for once, which I've been desperating like to do for so long. I've been a big Lugia player for so long. I just need to attack with Lumina for so long, and now we finally can do it because of Legacy Energy, which is just insane to me. That you can attack with Lumina, return to the deck and all the energies, and it's mind-blowing to me, honestly. So that's for the Pokemon. We have for the trainers 4 Carmine, the new supporter. A new supporter for the new set that says if you go first, you can use this on your first turn, which sounds pretty weird, but the effect says discard your hand, draw 5 cards. Basically a worse research, but you use it on your first turn, which makes Luminia on turn 1 just more viable now, and you can get the Archeops down on turn 1 more effectively, which is just insane with this card. I'm running for this at the current moment. I really like playing as aggressive as possible and trying to go first, getting the Archeops down. Plus getting a brand new hand is really broken honestly. So yeah, really powerful supporter obviously for Lugia. Increases the consistency a little bit, I will say, but it's not like a big margin consistency boost. The power level of Lugia has increased by a lot, but not consistency. Consistency is still increased because of this, but not by a lot. I'm still debating if I want to play 4 or not, but I still feel like 4 of it is just really powerful. Can't see why I should play 4 of it at the current moment, but I could see myself maybe debating it. 3 boss, because boss is broken in Lugia in general, so 2 Iono just to have a little bit of form hand disruption obviously. So I don't think you should. I don't really like playing more Ionos now because I just want to be aggressive with my ghost effects and draws. So Iono is basically the same, but the hand disruption doesn't do so much against most things, or they do obviously, but in certain conditions obviously. Lugia doesn't really like doing hand disruption so much. you just want to be aggressive and see as many cards as possible. So it's just me. One Serena, I'm still disliking the Serena a little bit, honestly. I'm still a Serena hater, honestly, and I've been it for a long time and still is. But there's no Shock in the list right now, and honestly, I'm honestly happy to not have Shock in the list. I hate that card a lot. That card is so bad. 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Aromas, staple in Lugia right now. Only 2 Great Balls. Card 1 for a Nest Ball. I was thinking of just playing Great Balls in general because we're playing the Xeno line, but I can see myself maybe play at least 1 Nest Ball, and that's mostly because of the Okapon and Iron Hands. Sometimes some also Luna, obviously, but maybe also sometimes for Lugia. So Nest Ball kind of it's not necessary, but it's fine to have. Mazagosa, obviously consistency in the deck. People don't like coin flips, but then again, it's like the same deal. You're trying to play to out, and also it's probably, in my opinion, probably the best search cards out of all of them. But it's not Ultra Ball, only outclassed by Ultra Ball. I was like capturing was like close to it, but Mazagosa is just really strong, getting literally anything at any point, and it doesn't matter what. And as long as you flip heads, you can get anything, obviously. So you know what I mean. Collapse Stadium, I'm still playing 1 Collapse Stadium, mostly just to be a go one price route because of the Cincino line, but I'm still a little debating with this, honestly, so not 100% sure about it right now because we have Legacy Energy, so not 100% sure about this, but it could be still be in the deck. Could maybe be a second Metagozo, maybe something else, I don't know yet, so but it is in the deck for the foreseeable, for the time being. Energies, we have 4 Gift Energies. I don't know why. If you're not playing 4 Gift Energies, I don't know what you're doing. 4 Gen Energies. If you're not playing 4, I don't know what you're doing. 4 Mist Energies. I am not 100% sure if I'm playing 4. I'm thinking of maybe cut 1 for something else, but I can definitely see why playing 4 is really good against Dragapult to protect yourself, especially the Mencinos, as much as you possibly can, which is the most important part. 3 Double Turbos. I think you could play 4, but I personally don't like Double Turbo as much. But obviously it's one of the best retreat outs there is, so I think it's nice. And the Legacy Energy, which is like the most broken card in the deck. Like, I don't know why I've been debating for a Rainbow Energy for some time, actually. But the more I think about it, the more like, if there's no way they're gonna print a Rainbow Energy that like works in Lugia, as long as Lugia is legal, they're not gonna print a Rainbow Energy unless it's an A-spec card. That's like the only thing I was thinking about, and they did, and it's actually way better than I expected, honestly. So first of all, it provides every type of energy, obviously, so it's already pretty strong. Like the fact you can use the rainbow attack, the color attackers, is just absurd. You have so many options now. Which is, even though it's only 1 energy, but it's still a lot of options you get for literally no reason. And the effect of the card is also pretty absurd. When the Pokemon discard's statue is knocked out by damage from opponent's attack, they take 1 fewer prize card. You can only use this effect of Legacy Energy once per game. So basically, if I KO your dude with this energy on it, they take 1 less prize card. So imagine Iron Hand is only giving away 1 prize card after taking 2. That seems okay. And not super absurdly broken or anything, you know? Like, why does it have to say 1 less energy or 1 less prize card taking? That's just insane. Imagine putting on Cicino. Cicino one-shot everything and it takes you, and you give 0 prize cards away. Like, what the heck is that? That's just insane to me. And just a quick note, if they take knockout with this, if they're taking a knockout on this while Temple Sinnoh is in play, the effect has not applied. So if you can somehow recycle this, you can still gain the effect of giving away 1 less prize card if it hasn't gone off yet. So just to be mindful of that. So yeah, Legacy Energy, big power boost to Lugia for sure, and this is definitely one of the reasons why I have gone back to Lugia a lot more lately. I did already do in post-rotation format, obviously, but now I'm getting more into building Lugia now after I saw this was coming out. I'm like, this is gonna be absurd. But anyway, this is the Casino version of the build that I have. I'm not 100% sure about the list yet. I hadn't tested it, to be completely fair. But I'm gonna test it here in a couple leading up to an AIC, because I am attending that tournament, so I have to test a little bit with this, obviously. But anyway, the without Casino version is a little bit different, but like has mostly of the same cards. But it's like working a little bit differently. It still has the same consistency ways with Lugia and Archeops. There's two Lumia this time, mostly just be aggressive now, because you can have you're more aggressively with like 10 KOs and stuff like that. And recycle Lumina stuff, because you don't really have the one price option as Xenos. This was a little bit more like matchup spreads, I will say, or like better matchup spreads, I will say, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Still have the Ogapon, as I said, is the broken card. This Cornerstone Mask Ogapon is like nice, but it's like not like necessary, but it's cool option to have. It's Cornerstone stands to prevent all damage from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon has abilities. So basically, it's a one-sided Alola and Vulpix V-Star without attacking. So that's just insane to me. Its attack for 1 fire 2 colors, 140. Its attack damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance or by any effect for your opponent's active pose. So basically, no weakness, no resistance, and go through Mimikyu as well. So I'm not sold on this yet, but it's like a nice option to have, especially also against Miraidon. I think it's nice against Miraidon, which I got a little bit of uptake in Japan lately. So yeah, that's how it is. Ratsart in this list, because more one price options is always a good thing. There's also Muex in the deck. I'm not sold on Muex in the deck like yet, but it's still here for some occasions, mostly to one-shot a Radiant, or mostly to one-shot a Charizard EX if it go down to one price cards as a surprise factor. Not 100% sold on it. Still the 4 Carmine, because the card is broken, in my opinion. There's 1 research in this deck and 3 Iones this time, because there's no Serena, so playing a little bit heavily on draw power instead. So because I'm playing less Pokemon now, so I have a little bit more heavy draw engine here. Also playing a Roxanne's backup. I'm trying to put this in the Cincino list as well, because I feel like the legacy engine is just so broken, in my opinion, that recycling, even though you don't get the second effect more than once per game, just recycling it is just insane to me. Because you get the rainbow effect still, so just having that option is just great, in my opinion, and I feel like it's just not to look away from. Also a little bit different in the ball, so it was like 1 more nest ball than the other one, because obviously because of the heavy Cincino is cut out, you get a little bit more space for more consistency here, in my opinion. So that's, I feel like this list is more consistent, much better into a lot of different matchups, but maybe has the power level a little bit lower than the Cincino has, the way I feel about it, but feels a little bit more flexible in a way. And also 2 Mr. Gozer, because I don't think Collapse Stadium is, because you don't have a way to go one price route anymore, so I don't think it's necessary to go a Collapse Stadium in this deck. I could argue actually just play 1 maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, this is the 2 lists that have been built so far for the format, the Twilight Masquerade format, and I think definitely I'm a huge Lugia fan, and I really want to try have this deck work. And going into NASC, I'm really excited for that for sure, and I cannot wait for that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been amazing. Hopefully this video turns a little bit better out than expected, even though my voice is maybe not the greatest right now, but that's how it is. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if not already, turn my bell on, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.